Wewe Eve, you are very selfish. That is my opinion about you. You are very selfish. If Mungai was nothing, walking in a t-shirt and some very cheap jeans trouser, you have made yourself rich through using content creators that doesn't even know their rights. Ebu sahi angalieni Eve Mungai. She's very selfish and full of herself and misusing content creators. Mimi yangu ni kupate ume-interview Brian Chira. Enda uka-interview huko Madam Boss. Hata mara 1 million, we don't care. That is, now she's a big girl. She only interview important people. We are the important people. We are the new beginning. Alpha and Omega. Unifuate na hiyo nini yako. Nonsense. Mimi sijaiona Eve Mungai akitoa charity anywhere. Sijawaiona. Kuna mali Eve Mungai hutoa charity. Mimi Eve Mungai ananiogopa mpaka ananibianga content akipeleka kwa YouTube yake. Nasikia nimejaa huko kwa YouTube yake sana. Mimi ananiogopa, naweza msuta ajaribu kusonga karibu na mimi. Bloggers, Eve Mungai, we have made you rich. You were just a young girl yesterday with nothing. I started following you when you were interviewing these boys. Walikuwa wanajitaje? Those mixed children in Kayole. That is when I started following Eve Mungai. And I'm not ashamed to tell you that #1 YouTuber that we have built Upper Nairobi with our support single-handedly and has risen to the top is Eve Mungai. Iko. And she will look for innocent content creators to use their story to be more and more rich. In fact, I find this Eve Mungai, wale walikuwa wanaongea sheng zingine hazieleweki. Hata walipotea. Alianza na Madocho, genau. Madocho. Alikuwa anajita Madocho. That was the beginning of Eve Mungai. And we supported her by watching hizo videos zake. Simple sweet girl. I am one of those people who built Eve Mungai. I am one of those people. When Eve started with interviewing, wale vijana wa Kayole, nikupate umeinterview Brian Chira after I'm gone. Wacha kujifanya wewe ni rafiki ya Brian. You were just around Brian for the fame. Now that Brian has lost everything, mwacheni. Leave that boy alone. Just let him be. What?
Anajita tumbili, umemsahau.
Mimi hata simjui huyo. This is a guy who is helpless. He cannot make decisions on his own. People just chota that guy and put him on media. Tell your story. It is wrong. It is very wrong. Sai, he is homeless. Amefukuzwa shule. Brian has nothing. He has to go for court mention all the time. Nobody cares about Brian. Nobody. Alafu mnakuja kusema ati. That is why I didn't come live yesterday. Because mnasema everybody's clout chasing with Brian. I will present Ali. Nani tena? Obina. Nipate mmeita Brian Chira for your cheap interviews. Wataneni na huyo mtoto. Leave. Another one is Obidan. Obidan wewe. Kuna household names wenye hata ukiwa interview nobody's interested. Sasa ule Madam Boss ashakuwa interviewed mara ngapi? Tangu akuwe famous. Mara 1,000,001. Yeah? And those are the people they are still following.
A very beautiful sunny afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Elijah Gichuru. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in case you're new here, tap that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I'll be here to bring you the latest in everything that is worthy your time. Now, insolent, mannerless woman, TikToker, Nyako, has actually come out to attack Mungai Eve and other bloggers who have successfully made it in the YouTube interviewing, particularly interviewing and vlogging career. Nyako came to attack Mungai Eve in regards to Brian Chira, and she's saying that bloggers need not take advantage of the situation of Brian Chira right now to give him interviews or to interview him so that they make money from him. Now, the problem with Nyako particularly is Mungai Eve, and Nyako is so clear and says she has made Mungai Eve. That Mungai Eve started at the very bottom in the slums there. Was it Dandora or where that place? And she started interviewing these Madocho guys, the people who are talking very concentrated Sheng. And since those days, Nyako started following her, and that over the time, she has made, or Kenyans have made, Mungai Eve, and now she reigns at the top of her career, and she's minting millions, tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, from the views she gets from Kenyans, the advertisements, the brand endorsement deals, and things like that. But the worry about Nyako is Mungai Eve is very stingy and she's very selfish. This is according to Nyako, who says that Mungai Eve has not been able to give back to the society. She does not engage in any charity. She does not help anybody, even despite the fact that these Kenyans actually made her and they actually gave her that platform, and they have actually continued to support her until today. She's making millions and things like that. So according to the confession of Mungai Eve, she makes roughly $500,000 to 2.5 million monthly from YouTube, and she has other sources of income, her apartments and things like that, and many other things maybe we even don't know. And Nyako feels that if Kenyans made you, should give back to Kenyans, but you're not doing that. You're just here making more money and doing more interviews, being more selfish, and you don't seem to get enough of it. And Nyako is particular that Brian Chira, for example, right now is suffering, and she was cautioning the likes of Mungai Eve, presenter Ali, Obina, Obidan TV, and all these top-ranking interviewers, including Nicholas Kioko, that they should not go and interview Brian Chira, because Nyako feels that these interviews actually make money for the interviewers, but the unsuspecting people who come for these interviews don't even realize it. They don't realize that the information they are giving to these interviewers is actually money, is converted into money, but they will get none of it. In the end of the day, it's money belonging to the interviewers. So that is the concern about Nyako. And Nyako is one very insolent person. He's one very someone we can't even trust. He's someone who is trying to look for fame in a cheap way, and her brand is actually to insult people. She's actually of the same caliber with Brian Chira. They don't have content. They don't really make sense in what they do, and the only way we get to know them is through insulting other people. There are people who believe in stepping other people, tainting other people's names so that they get to the top. They really have nothing to bring to the table or to social media, so to speak, so that we can be able to follow them for a legit reason. They are just cheap, and they just want cheap fame that doesn't last for long. Yeah, so she now claims that she wants to help Brian Chira. She's cautioning everybody not to interview Brian Chira, and I feel it's unfair because these interviews are not shot at gunpoint. These are willing buyer, willing seller. There is no media house and there is no interviewer that will come and coerce you into doing interviews with them. They have to get your consent. You have to give your consent, and you actually agree to go to a location to invite them to your place, to go to their place and actually do the interview. And definitely YouTube pays and it gives revenues on advertisements among other ways. So there's no way you're telling us that you don't know these interviews make money. You have the right to decline. Okay. Secondly, you can't say that you made a Mungai Eve. We all have all made Mungai Eve, and nobody ever forced us to subscribe to her channel. Nyako, you can unsubscribe from Mungai Eve's channel. You can actually tap that unsubscribe button, and guess what? Mungai Eve is gonna make even more millions without your one subscription. How can you then come here and tell us you made Mungai Eve? How did you make Mungai Eve? We all made her and we are proud of her. And personally, I look forward to becoming a big YouTuber like her. And I'm proud of her journey. She's not robbing anyone. She's not stealing from anybody. She's not defrauding everybody. We all follow her content willingly. And we like what she does, to say the least. What do you do, Nyako? I actually don't even know what Nyako does. Apart from insulting Kibe, insulting Lulu Hassan, insulting everybody that has a name. I actually don't know what this lady does. I just got to know her through other people recently. That notwithstanding, I don't see why I should go on and hate on Mungai Eve. Mungai Eve is 22, 23 years old. I even don't know for sure. How old are you, Nyako? And how much money have you made? You can't even reach half of what Mungai Eve is making. So instead of having all that bile, and how is Mungai Eve related to Brian Chira in any way? In any way. Mungai Eve's job is simply to interview. If you agree to the interview, you go to the place and you agree to be interviewed. You know, so there's no way you're telling us that Mungai Eve doesn't give back to society. Is she supposed to show off when she does things for people? How do you know that? How can you prove that she doesn't help people because she doesn't show it off? I think that is very much off. And I feel in Kenya we have this entitlement mentality that if we help somebody or we subscribe or we do something and somebody goes to the top, we feel that we are entitled to them. We feel like they should pick our calls. We feel like they should just we can stop them anywhere and talk to them. I mean, let us just cut some slack for these people, manze. If people have worked hard to make it, you also have a YouTube account. So long as you're watching her on YouTube, you have a YouTube account. Create your own audience. Let people come and support you as well. You know, if they find your content relevant, they will support you. You know, so there's no need of having all this hatred, all this bile, all this negativity on the internet. It is something very, very, very wrong. Let us allow people to be who they want to be. Let us allow people to flourish. Let us be happy for people. You know, when I see people like Nyako and Brian Chira just wanting to pull Asia down, wanting to pull Mungai Eve down, you have so much bile, you have so much hatred, and that's why you'll never reach these levels, because you cannot get what you constantly criticize, what you constantly reject, what you constantly abuse. You can't attract it. So I feel that is very, very, very bad for Nyako, and I'm not even surprised. That is who she is, and that is what she wanted. Cheap fame, she has it now, and let's see how far it goes. Let us see how far it goes. And I really feel we really need to celebrate people. Personally, I don't believe in pulling people down. I don't believe in being harsh or being rude. I don't believe in pulling people down, basically, to build. If you look at the brand of Mungai Eve, for example, Mungai Eve has not built her brand by clickbaits. You know what are clickbaits? You know, just putting falsehoods on the internet that will attract people. But indeed, when you check the content, there is nothing that is related to the title. There's nothing that is related to even the thumbnail and things like that. You know, Mungai Eve has not built her brand by pulling people down. In fact, I even don't know who we can say in this country has a beef with Mungai Eve because of what she does on YouTube. There is nobody. And I challenge someone to come out and tell me, you know, Mungai Eve destroyed my name to build herself up. There is nobody. Mungai Eve does very great interviews. For example, I was watching the interview by Silas Gang and Mwalimu Rachel. You know, Mungai Eve actually interviewed Mwalimu Rachel, who they have a good relationship with, and then few weeks later interviewed the Sailors Gang, who they also have a good relationship with. Meaning, she's able to balance between the two sides of the divide. You know, both of them, Sailors and Mwalimu Rachel, are not in good terms. But Mungai Eve, being professional as she is, she's able to balance this and this, and not put falsehoods about who said this and who did not say the other, just to make more views on YouTube. And I believe that is a very, very good standard of success. Let us look at Aziad, who Brian Chira keeps on insulting. If you look at the brand of Aziad as well, there's no Kenyan content creator who can come out and say that Aziad built her brand out of insulting so and so, out of attacking so and so. Aziad solely built her brand by dancing to actually other people's music, and she was not even paid for that Utawezana song that she did. Aziad is one of the most positive brand or content creators you'll ever find, one of the most humble, down to earth brands you'll ever meet in this country, you know. And she's somebody who carries herself with dignity, somebody who is very careful what she tells other content creators or what she does to continue being. She's very hardworking on radio, in school, and so things like that. I just feel so offended when I find people hating on people they should actually be looking up to. Personally, I look up to these people in terms of brand influencing, YouTube, and things like that. I actually look up to them, and I'm so proud of them. Anyway, my message to Mungai Eve and other content creators: once you're in the social space, not everybody is going to like you. If people did not like the Son of God, trust me, you're gonna have enemies of progress. You know you're making it and you have progress when people try to pull you down, because nobody who is above you will try to pull you down. It's only people who are below you that will try and pull you down. Continue doing what you're doing, continue making it, continue doing the moves, and don't give these people the attention that they are seeking. Brian Chira the other day was insulting Jalango. I mean, what does a 22-year-old know about Jalango, who started his content creation industry around to something there? You know, I think Brian Chira was even breastfeeding or something when Jalango started his brand. And now Jalango has built his brand over a decade, and so many years later, somebody just wakes up and try and push him. I actually like the response from Jalango. Just give that guy some silence and silence treatment, and he moved on. And that is what should happen. Let us respect our content creators. Let us love our influencers, guys. These people, it's not easy. I don't know if we can even count like 100 influencers in this country, or let's say 1,000. They can't even reach 1,000. These people are people who have done great things. And well, not everybody can be like me. We also have to have rotten apples. We have to have darkness so that we can appreciate light. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. We are now cruising past 1,000 subscribers, and I believe we'll also reach to 100k. Indio, we'll also do that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. There you have it, Nyako versus Mungai Eve. Mungai Eve is yet to come out and respond. Let us see if she will actually respond to the allegations, if she will give a rebuttal or a rejoinder to what she has been subjected to. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. This has been yours truly, Elijah Gichuru. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload any video. In the meantime, like, drop a positive comment, share this content with your friends and family, and so that you can create a big community that can talk about anything and everything. In the meantime, adios, and see you in the next video.